Hey, what's up, YouTube? YouTube world. Back at another vision video. So yeah, this vision is pertaining to like this heart condition that I had. I guess you would call it like enlarged heart. And in school, I played sports. I played football, ran track, stuff like that. And in junior high, I played basketball. But when I got to high school, I was on another level, so I really wasn't in sports like that, talking about it. But I ran track in high school though. And when I would run, and no one knew this though, but when I would run, I would feel like I had like a bunch of like knives, just like just stabbing me like in my heart. You know what I'm saying? It's like I couldn't. I would have to stop, catch my breath. I run out of breath like real fast. And but I didn't want to tell no one that because I didn't want to know. I was young, right? So I didn't want to, know that I didn't want to feel like, I was about to die or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or I wasn't gonna be able to make the team because I had this condition. So so yeah, I was kind of, I had those type of symptoms. And one day I was in my bedroom, and I was on my knees. You know what I'm saying? I was praying. I was praying to God. And again, this is another video that happened some while back, because I was using the name Jesus Christ then. So I was on my knees, and I was praying. Just praying to God. You know what I'm saying? I can't even remember what I even was praying for, but back in those times, at that time, I was just, I would pray a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I was just praying. And oh boy, and out of nowhere, I just freaking saw like this hand, like I just saw this hand. You know what I'm saying? Just was like it had, this hand had a freaking, like a shiny tea kettle. Like them old time tea kettles like your grandparents used to have, the one that make that noise whenever I guess it got to temperature, and the little black lid would start popping up. It was one of them. It was old antique tea kettle. And so I saw it, and all of a sudden I heard like a cup of water being filled up. So how you would like if you freaking got whatever you got in your hand, but a tea kettle, and then you pour it in the cup, and then how you hear it filling up. I heard that. And keep in mind, I'm wide awake. I'm on my knees, praying. And so I heard that, and all of a sudden it's like I felt it. It's like I felt it, like I saw it. It's kind of crazy, man, explaining. So I saw the hand, I saw the tea kettle, you know what I'm saying? Then whenever I heard the water filling up, it's like I saw it. It's like I saw it within myself. You know what I'm saying? But the cup wasn't a cup, it was my heart. You know what I'm saying? It was my heart being filled up with water, and I could see this. And I kind of I got so scared, you know what I'm saying? I jumped out of it because, I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And so whenever I jumped out of it, I kind of I didn't know what had just happened. You know what I'm saying? I was scared, I was shocked, I guess I was confused maybe, but I don't think I was confused. But I just didn't know what just happened. So I don't know if that happened to some of you guys before. And you know, and I was like, and that was pretty much it. You know, I hadn't told no one this. Then told my mom, my aunties, the ones I'm always talking about, didn't let nobody know because I didn't know if I was tripping or not, because that was just crazy how that happened. And then one day I realized that I don't even think that I was running that day, but one day I realized that like it had been such a long time since I felt that, you know, those pains, you know what I'm saying, those needles in my heart, you know what I'm saying. It's been a long time since I had felt that pain, and soon as I had realized that, that's whenever I realized that's, oh my God, boy, oh hallelujah, that was God healing my heart. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. God was, he healed my heart. You know what I'm saying? And instead of me going through surgery and, you know, stuff like that, which is we couldn't afford it anyways, but you know what I'm saying? Instead of me getting open heart surgery or anything, that's how God healed my heart. And whenever, oh boy, and whenever I realized that, you know what I'm saying, and I knew that's what it was, you know what I'm saying. I didn't need no more confirmation. I didn't need no answer from God. I didn't need nothing. You know what I'm saying. It was just like that's what it was, you know. And in the Bible it talks about this Samaritan lady, I want to say, when she was talking to, you know, Yeshua, Jesus Christ, and she asked him for some of that living water, and he told her something like, if you would have asked me, I'd have gave you living water that, you know, that you know, that lasts for everlasting life. And then she like, well, sir, let me get some of this living water, you know what I'm saying. And so it was also a time again to where he made me realize that, you know what I'm saying, like that's also like, you know, like what he put inside of me. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know, I'm gonna have a you know, I'm gonna have a long life, you know, longevity. You know, so he didn't only heal me or cured me, you know, he actually gave me, you know, long life, you know, because I really believe that I'm gonna live to be 100 years old easy, you know, and I'm 43 years old right now. Like I said, I'll be 44 on September 24th, you know, and you know, and it's just a good thing, you know, to know, a good thing to have, because some dreams, you know, they may take years before you even get the interpretation of it, if you're not really like seeking to get the answer, right? Because I really wasn't seeking to get the answer, but I always get the answer. But when I do seek to get the answer, you know, I go on the fast, I get it real quick, you know, like kinfolk Daniel, you know what I'm saying? And y'all probably hear me when I say, like, talk about Daniel, King David, Solomon, Saul, you know, I may call them, you know, kinfolk or something like that, because like I said, the so-called African Americans in our tribe that's on all four corners of the earth, like I said, we are the chosen people, right? So everybody in the Bible, that's our bloodline, you know what I'm saying? That's our bloodline. We like got a direct lineage to them. Just do your research, understand what it is, and then you're gonna find out, you know. But I'm like I say, I'm here for the long haul to put all kind of videos out. I'm gonna be tying into stuff. People gonna believe, people ain't gonna believe. People already know about it. You know what I'm saying? This is old news to a bunch of people, and that's a good thing. I like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's also new news to a lot of people. So and I like that also. But you know, so just like, you know, just like old kinfolk, like you know, Daniel. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like his visions and stuff like that. So so yeah, you know, it's I guess, you know, I said, you know, I know I'm doing vision videos, but that's just what the Most High want me to start with. You know, but I just want people to start, you know, experiencing like what the Most High, like what God got to offer. You know what I'm saying? And because I just think that it's too many of us just sleeping on our blessings. You know what I'm saying? We just sleeping on our blessings too much and too long. And you know, I'm not the one to here to say that, you know, we ain't got time, we got all the time in the world. You know, I'm really not even pressed on time because I'm the type of person, you know what I'm saying? Whenever, you know, Most High say, 1,000 years is like a day to him, and a day is like 1,000 years. It's like I've been like trying to tap into that to understand that more than is how you hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know people that died, you know, that passed away, and when they say they get on the other side, it's like it's no time. Like you don't feel time at all. You know? So it's like I've been kind of like, you know, getting an understanding on that, so I can tie that into some of the things that you know, that I'm discovering. So yeah, you know, that was another well, I guess I really can't say that one was a vision, because I was wide awake when it happened, you know what I'm saying? But it was the way how it happened. It was like if I should have had been sleeping and then I, you know, woke up out my sleep, you know. So I think out of all the visions that I had, now that I'm thinking about it, that one in particular was like the only one. I think it was maybe like one more or two more, but this one was just like, I guess, more, you know, when I explained it, you know, I can make it, you know, I can make it sound detailed, you know, because the other one was like, you know, real quick. So yeah, you know, it's and that water, man, that freaking water was crystal clear. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't never saw the water so clear before in my life, other than me having other dreams about crystal clear water. That's the only place where I see water that clear, is in my freaking in my visions. So, you know, you know, I'm a researcher, right? I love researching. And somebody gonna tell me something, I'm not gonna take the answer. I'm gonna go research, especially if it's something big, or especially if you the type of person, you saying it like of you ain't giving me the chance to make my own opinion. Like you telling me like this is what it is, and that's what I gotta run with it, and don't worry about nothing, and run, and you know, and listen to what you gotta say. I don't ever listen to what I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? Always do your research. So years ago, 10 years ago, when I was woken up by the Most High, the ancestor, I don't take nothing from nobody. I always go and do the research. So and most of the time I find out to be that they was wrong or they was right, and I just found some more stuff, you know, because they had stopped right there. You know what I'm saying? So always do your research. And so yeah, so I did research on like what crystal clear water means in visions. You know what I'm saying? I even did research on a freaking ancient tea. I was trying to get it, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to get that understanding. Shoot, that's for sure. I was trying to get that understanding. And you know, but it was just, how can you not love the Most High? How can you not love the Creator? How can you not love God? You know what I'm saying? It's like how can you not love Him? You know, that's whenever they do things like that, you know, and the Most High do this for anyone. You know what I'm saying? But He did it for me, to why I didn't have to go through surgery or nothing like that. You know, I don't know. Maybe I could have died on the table or something, and He prevented that from happening. You know, or simple fact that I didn't have no money to even get this surgery. You know what I'm saying? Let less even have insurance. So, you know, He could have did it for that reason. He could have did it for multiple reasons. I don't know why He done it. You know, other than just me, you know, just being His chosen seed. You know what I'm saying? I'm chosen, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I love that. You know, I'm not gonna not be happy about that and claim that heritage because, you know, a person may be watching this and they not chosen. You know what I'm saying? It's like I have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? And I have nothing to do with that. So it's you know, it's just a good thing being chosen. And you got lots of people, man, that's not even chosen, and that's still gonna get into the kingdom. So I'm not saying that you're not gonna get into the kingdom or anything like that, you know. And I'm not saying that at all. It's just that you know, I'm just, if you chosen, you need to be appreciative of it. You know what I'm saying? It's a privilege. You know, it's really a privilege. You know, the Most High, you know, the scripture says, many are called, but only a few are chosen. You know what I'm saying? And just be grateful that you're one of the chosen ones, and understand why you go through what you go through, and that you're not alone. You just gotta just find the right video, find the right blog, find the right freaking newspaper. You know what I'm saying? They still do newspapers now. But anyway, I'm just saying, this is something for you to read, something for you to watch, something for you to tap into that'll wake you up, because you're always gonna be drawn to something, or you just get it straight from the ancestor. There's plenty of times where I got downloads from the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? I was just freaking. That's how I knew that the so-called black people in America was the the chosen seed of the Most High, his apple of his eye. Because and this was like 10 years ago. I was just freaking walking, man. Not even doing anything. This was walking, and all of a sudden something just came over me, man. Like again, a download. You see what I'm saying? A download just came over me, and I just knew. You know what I'm saying? I just knew it. I just knew that we was God chosen people. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I did like that. I said, man, I feel like we God chosen people. And then that moment, I did my research and come to find out that we was true. We the people in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's us. And I was just God waking me up. That's how he woke me up. You know what I'm saying? That's how I came to this truth. To what I'm talking about, stuff like that. I got it straight from the source. So but either way you get, it don't matter how you get woken up, right? As long as you get woken up. You know what I'm saying? And I've woken up multiple people, y'all. I'm talking about multiple people, man. I had this dude, man, his name Tiger from Eunice. So I don't know if Tiger, I don't know if he's still alive, man. He was like 50 something. This was like 10 years ago. Well, you could, man, I'm sorry, man. I don't mean that. Make it sound like he was old or something. But anyway, he grew up in church, right? But he was 50 something at the time. And I'm like, what? I'm 40 something. So I had to be in my early 30s. And and I was telling him about who he was, and he was waking him up. And he was like, he told me, he said, man, I learned from you. He said, I learned from you. What I learned from you in 5 minutes is what I learned from you the whole time I've been going to church. And this man is 50 something years old. I actually told that to a preacher, a guy that, well, he wasn't a preacher at the time, but now he's a preacher now. He said, oh man, he said he must have had his own spirit. He wasn't going to church. That's all he learned, for that amount of time. But he missed the point. You know what I'm saying? He missed the point what I was saying. And so then it had this thug guy one time, bro. This little rascal was a straight gutter. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High put it on my spirit for me to tell him. And when I told him, he was like, he would call me Round. You know what I'm saying? That that hood talk. He said, hey, Round. He said, you know who you remind me of, bro? I said, who? He said, man, you remind me of the disciples, man. He said, man, every time I come around, he said, don't matter where we at lunch, it don't matter what we doing. He said, man, all you doing is talking about God. He said, man, every time I see you, man, he said, you talking about God to somebody. He said, man, he said something about like if God was here or something like that. He said, man, you'll be a disciple. And that made me feel good. But anyway, he hadn't heard what I told him who we was as a people. So his little brother was still out there in the streets, and he couldn't wait to get home so he can go tell his mom, especially his young brother. He couldn't wait to go, because they were lost, bro. He couldn't wait to go tell him, bro. And and stuff like that just makes me so happy. You know what I'm saying? To wake people up, especially like that, coming from the gutter. You know what I'm saying? And it just makes me happy, man, to know that you're doing God's will. But it's not me, it's the ancestor. You know what I'm saying? It's the Most High. I'm gonna always give the Most High His glory. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know when I say that I am a God and God is me and I am God, I know whenever I gotta give God, directly to God. You know what I'm saying? The God of the multiverse, the universe, the multiverse. You know what I'm saying? That's the God that I'm talking about, the whole source. You know what I'm saying? And that God there don't have no face on him. Don't have no face on him, man. It's a frequency. It's a, you know what I'm saying? It's don't have no face on it. You know what I'm saying? Just like we don't have no face on us, but just like God don't have a face on him, but what he did, he put a face on himself and became a son of man and called him Jesus Christ with the real name Yeshua. You see what I'm saying? But take that face off. You know what I'm saying? That's it's a frequency. So I'm aiming directly at that. you know, and then whenever I'm saying certain things, you know, I correct it, you know, to make sure people know that I'm talking about coming from me, because I do give myself some praise, I do give myself some glory, because it makes me happy, you know what I'm saying, that I done that, you know what I'm saying, because I'm never taking God's glory, but God wants you to have some too, you know what I'm saying, so just don't ever rob yourself. But anyway, yeah, like I said, it was about the tea kettle and the crystal clear water, and I guess I'm gonna name this How My Heart Got Healed. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't be having no names for my videos yet. I just be like jumping on them and just start talking, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. But that was, you know, that was a wonderful thing, y'all. So I know, like I said, man, they say it's 8 billion of us. Like I said, y'all always gonna hear me say that I think it's more than 8 billion people, you know what I'm saying? But it's like it's 8 billion of us out here, and I know I'm not the only one. So that was a miracle, y'all, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was supposed to have been saying. That was a miracle healing, you know? And now that I never really looked at it as a miracle, now that I'm thinking about it, but that was an actual miracle healing. So I know I'm not the only one that experienced miracle healings, you know what I'm saying? And so if anyone that watched this video, you know, put in the comments or something, you know what I'm saying? Let me know how you was delivered from something, an illness, a sickness, a mental, you know, affliction, physical, spiritual, you know, don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a miracle, you know what I'm saying? Like what was a miracle for you? You know, if you don't mind sharing that, you know what I'm saying? It'll be much appreciative. So you know, I'll be looking forward to reading some of the comments and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm just starting these videos, so you know, I don't see no comments on none of the videos or nothing like that yet. And you know, I'm starting to see some likes on some of them. But it's like I'm not trying to post my videos. I guess one of the reasons Most High wanted me to do these vision videos, because I'm not worrying about like likes or nothing like that. But when I see them, you know, put a smile on my face. I'm like, oh, somebody watched it. I'll see the views. I'm like, oh, somebody liked it, somebody viewed it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But like my music videos that I'm gonna be putting out, you know, whenever the Most High ready for me to do that, and like my other different content, because I got other stuff I'm gonna talk about too. It was like I only was doing those for the likes. You know what I'm saying? I was really just making those videos to see how many likes I can get. You know what I'm saying? See how many people I was really doing it for that. You know what I'm saying? I was doing it for that, y'all. And so I was gonna be doing it for the wrong reason. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get your feelings hurt. Boy, you get your feelings hurt, man. You over there doing it for some likes and some comments and nobody doing it, man. You're gonna be falling depression, thinking you doing something wrong, man. So this way, it's like I wouldn't even, like I said, I even had this on my roster. I ain't never gonna say I don't care, right? You know what I'm saying? But it's like I didn't go in it for that reason. And it's like when I look at the videos and I see some of them ain't got none of that, it's like I'm just like, okay, they just ain't see it yet. So that's why I know the Most High is gonna aim the right people to these videos, and you know, I'm gonna get the right followers, the right people, the right, you know, some good comments. You know, you gotta always put the haters in there also. You know, you might have some of them gonna come you know, sneaking around. But just like I said, y'all, these videos is from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't planning on doing none of this. Most High put it on my heart, and now I'm doing it. So, you know, I'm just leaving it alone, and I'm happy, man. Y'all don't understand. I can't wait to wake up the next day so I can go somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Somewhere out, you know, in nature, in public, you know what I'm saying? And just go make a freaking video. It's like I can't wait. I can't wait to do that. Like as far as my music videos and my other content, you know what I'm saying? Because I did make some of those videos. I just never put them out there yet. It's like I'm trying to make everything, you know, critique. Trying to make sure, you know, I ain't got a wrinkle in my shirt. You know what I'm saying? All kind of crazy stuff, man. And it's like these videos, I just don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just don't care who's walking. I don't care about nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm just doing it, man. I'm so happy and I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I know I keep saying I know what I'm saying. That's just the hood that's still in me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I'm gonna continue making some some other vision videos, as Lord knows that I have a lot of them. So again, thanks for watching, and hallelujah.